This is the unboxing of The Black Cube for Invisible Sun by Monte Cook, my favorite TTRPG. I'm also a big fan of Monte Cook, as you can see from these books strategically placed behind me, including this one, which very few people own. But yeah, so I'm really excited about this. This is my favorite TTRPG, but I missed the original print run, so I never got my chance to actually own. I've owned the PDFs, but I've never actually gotten a Black Cube before. I've never even seen a Black Cube before. I played online with somebody who owned a Black Cube through the Monte Cook Discord, Monte Cook Games Discord server. But I'm really excited because this is my favorite TTRPG. So let's get started, I guess, right? This box is really big, so it's not fitting in my camera very well. All right, that's why this is it's a little bit weird optically right now. But I'm hoping once I actually get this out of here, the Black Cube will be a little smaller and we'll be able to fit more of it in the camera frame for you and be able to see more things. But without further ado, I guess. Without further ado, he says, and then struggles to open the box, thus creating much further ado. Well, I guess it's not really ado. Just a delay. Wow, why am I so bad at the night these days? All right, there we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. All right. Uh-oh. I'm already starting to see some problems here. Hype. Yes, hype. All of the hype. All of the hype. All right, so right off the bat, we got a nice big foam piece here. So it should be, yes, it's going to be smaller. Okay, perfect. So we got this big foam piece out here. And there it is. There's our first styrofoam. What the fuck up, Panda? All right. So here's our Black Cube. It's in here. It's in this box. You can see it there, here. I don't know. However it takes to see it best. Gotta get it out of here now. This is going to be a trick. Oh, well, that wasn't really ideal, but okay. Could have done that better, I guess. All right, now let's get out of here. Mostly fixes it. Okay. Oh yeah, so we got the Black Cube. It's in this shrink wrap. Sorry for those adjustments. I spent hours setting up this studio setup type thing to for this unboxing. I guess I didn't fully check it before I got started. I thought I had it all squared away, but the box I couldn't see. How do we open this? Oh, look, here's the picture that has everything that's in there. This thing is massive. All right. Oh, there we go. All right. My hands are so fucking sweaty already. Hype. It's also hot in here. All right. Here's our little sheet. Just a little cover slip thing that goes around the Black Cube. Tells you what's in it. So it's got shows you the things that are in it there. Black Cube contains 4 hardcover books, totaling more than 600 pages, 1,000 cards, and hundreds of other components. We're about to find out. Also, I'm not going to read you guys this whole thing, but I'll read the little bit at the bottom. It's a role-playing game of surreal fantasy, secrets, and magic that is truly magical. Wield fabulous powers as you uncover the secrets of reality itself. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. All right. So here it is. The Black Cube. It is Black Cube for sure. Because it's just a big black box in the screen. Which is, I guess it's fair, that's what it is. Ooh, it hinges. It hinges, chat. See this hinge action? See this shit? Fucking hinges, dog. Alright. Hinge it open. Oh, it hinges open on both sides, chat. Chat, look at this shit. It's hard to see just how cool this is. Also got upside down here, I think. Ooh, shit. What did I bump into? Off the edge. But just, okay, go ahead. Make it emote based off me holding said black box. So here's the top of it with the little symbol for Invisible Sun. You can see me leaving fucking sweat marks on it already. Jesus. Yeah, this is sick as fuck. Chat, this is sick as hell. I wish trying to think if there's a way I can show you how cool this fucking thing works without completely fucking up the setup here. Because it is super cool. So it's in this box and it folds out, and it's got these drawers and like a little shelf thing in front. Let me see if I can. I guess I can flip it. I guess I can flip on its side here. It's got these drawers, so it should be okay to flip on its side. Let me see if I can show you guys this. So yeah, so see it has these hinging flaps that open up, and then it's just this thing with these little drawers, and it's got the book stacked in the bottom. It's pretty fucking sweet. It's pretty sweet, chat. All right, welcome back, those of you who are on YouTube. You should be very happy that you just missed that like 20 minutes of me tinkering the setup to try to get a better camera angle to ultimately get one that's not that much better. But you can see more here. You can see more of this levering action and the way that this cube closes up. Which side goes first? This side goes first. So it's pretty sweet there, right? You can see more of that. You can see this. I almost feel like I should have a camera angle on the front here. So again, so you can see how cool the front of it. Oh, there we go. This is a pretty good angle, right? So you can see the drawers, you can see the books here. Very different things. So what should we start with, chat? Should we do the books first or the drawers? What do you guys think? You just all right, books or drawers first? What are we thinking? Books? All right. Sir Bree, what's up, man? All right, so we got books down here. So first, yeah, let's just pull all the books out. Well, maybe not. All right, we'll put these on top. All right, so first here we have this player's envelope. Which is nice. Omega Vance spell, interesting. The guiding hand. All right, so the player's envelope should mostly have character sheets in it. Yes, some pretty sexy character sheets at that. Yeah, look at these sexy character sheets. Oh, is this for an NPC? No, this is just a regular character sheet. Okay, yeah. Yeah, this is a character sheet. One of the features of this game is each player has a fucking house. Like you get your own house, and your house has its own magical properties. And and you have to have like your neighbors and neighborhood and shit, and like possessions kept, like house secrets. Like there's this whole thing to do with like your house, its magical properties, and like where you live. And because like when you play the game is very player narrative based, not DM narrative based. So the DM kind of like says like, what do you guys want to do today? And like the idea is like you guys are a bunch of adventurers that are adventuring. Well, adventurers is a strong word. You're a group of people that are doing whatever it is you're doing together. You might be adventuring. You might just be chilling. You might go to school together. You might be trying to study or research some secret together. For whatever reason, the group of you are working together on a task. And so like each session, he says like, what do you guys want to do today? And then you have to decide. You have to decide like whose house you're gonna meet at. So sometimes you just meet at everyone's house, and then you have the chat. So you're having like a chat as to what you want to do in game, actually in game at someone's house, right? Then you can move back and forth between different people's houses. Different things happen. One of the really cool things about this game is there's these side scenes that you can do, which is like you can like play either like almost by yourself or just with the DM straight in between big group sessions where you just do little one-off scenes with the DM. And that's how a lot of character development's done. So like when you level up in the game, you usually have to level up through a side scene. So if you're like, oh, I want to take this new skill, this new feat, this new ability, this new spell, you have to work with your DM in a side scene to establish how you learn that skill or how you learn that spell, right? You either have to spend time researching the library or learn it from another player. So you can do a side scene with other players too, where like you learn a skill from them if they're good at the skill, right? So it's just a really cool game that has all these really cool aspects to it. Try not to get these fingers, too sweaty fingers on here. These are the Vance character sheets. These are the Maker character sheets. There's basically 4 or 5 different like classes in this game. It's pretty loose form, but there's 4 or 5 different classes. So you're either a Vance or a Maker, a Weaver. These character sheets are so fucking cool. Or a Goetic. I personally love playing as Goetic. My character that I played before, Ark, was a Goetic, and he was so much fun. And then you have, this is what's the word? Ascetic? I think it's ascetic, which means basically, so like these characters are all like part of like a college, basically like a loose college of, or like a method of studying magic. And then there's like I think it's the words ascetic. And they basically just do whatever the fuck they want. They don't subscribe to school. They don't follow rules. Yeah, here, I'll say here soon. So go ahead, handout, Maker's Matrix. Yeah, so these are like little handout cheat sheets as to how you run the different classes. You can hand it to your players. Character creation references to hand it to your players, it looks like. Tips for players. Interesting. Yeah, so there's a bunch of character sheets and a bunch of reference sheets to hand out to your players. Be right back. Booking a flight to come play this. All right, hell yeah. Hell yeah, small cakes. Fly out here. Fly out to Boston or Philly, either one. If you can get to Boston or Philly, we got this. Or also, we could even potentially play online. But it is more fun in person with all the stuff. All right, so that was our player's envelope. I'm gonna have to take a break here, I think, and wash my hands. I should have gotten I need I don't know, like a cooling pack or something to keep my hands from fucking sweating. So we got the Omega Vance spell. These just look like spell cards. Yeah, I think this is just a little packet of spell cards. So the Vances are like the main big spellcaster people. They're the ones that focus on spellcasting in a very structured manner. They have a bunch of different skills. So I think they get some extra special skills that only the Vance College or whatever knows. And I think that's what these are. Where did that? Here's not go. You're a collector, you need collector gloves? That's a good point. Oh, I have nitrile gloves. I could put on nitrile gloves. I also have driving gloves in my car. I could do those. I don't actually have collector gloves though, the little fabric ones. I'm trying to think. I have a little liner glove somewhere. I don't know where it is. All right, so this is the guiding hand. I believe this is a little handbook for the guide players. Yeah. Oh no, it's for game masters. So this notebook is for Invisible Sun game masters. The hope is that it helps you organize all the various information needed to manage the PCs, character arcs, NPCs, places, and events that occur in a narrative. The guiding hand is primarily a notebook, but I've filled it with little ideas and suggestions that you can use or ignore. Sometimes one idea will spark an idea of your own, and this is primarily a book to manage ideas. Interesting. So you can get little cheat sheets. This is where you get little cheat sheets about the characters and your story and stuff. Oh, hell yeah. This is gorgeous. Look at this shit, guys. Look at this shit, chat. Look at how cool this is. Do we need more light here, chat? You got story updates, character updates, story updates. So it's just a nice little notebook for the game master, the dungeon master, to write down his notes, keep track of things. Keep track of notes from each session. And it says session date here. It might be hard to read because it's the blue on blue. But yeah, it's pretty neat though. You can see there's his character updates, story updates, right? There you can see a session update, session date there, character arcs in play, notes from prior session. Yeah, so each character also has their own arcs and their own objectives. So in addition to the overall objective that everyone's trying to do as a group, there's also the each character has their own objectives and their own kind of arcs and quests that they're working on, right? Which is, I mean, it's similar. A good game of any TTRPG will have character motivations in addition to the main story, and we'll have little side quests and things for the characters. But the thing is, in most TTRPG systems, you got to kind of squeeze it into the main narrative. Right? When you play D&D, you play most TTRPGs, there's a main narrative you're playing through as a group because it's ultimately a group game. And so there's less of a focus on individual players. So individual player stories will weave in and out of the narrative, right? Of the main narrative. But it always has to be something you add in, right? Which is heavily recommended when playing those games. But it's always an extra little side quest or something you add in and do as a group. But Invisible Sun, it really focuses on making each character fully fleshed out, having their own motivations and drives as part of the core game mechanics. And so that's why it has a lot of these mechanics like the side scenes and stuff for the DM to really make sure you're focused on what your character wants to do, what your character is actually trying to accomplish, in addition to the group. So you can really play it as an actual character instead of just a character who's a part of a group, right? Also, I don't have a watch on. Why is my watch not on? Doesn't matter. All right, so this is Secrets envelope. Do not open this unless you are the GM of a current Invisible Sun narrative. So this has one of the core secrets to the game. Ooh, look at that nice little wax steel on the back. That's nice. So this is one of the reasons why I'm making my friend run a game for me, because I don't want to open this envelope. I don't want to know what the secret is. I want to experience it dynamically in the game. I don't want the spoilers. And when I was playing the game before with that group online, It was wild. There's like this wild shit going on in the story, and it's like I was really excited to try to figure out what it was. And I was really bummed when that game went to shit. Um, so that is that. Oh, this is the big poster map. Oh, I'm gonna hang this up on my fucking wall, dog. Maybe I should get the fucking gloves. Who are you gonna be playing with? I'm gonna be playing mostly with a group of my fencing buddies. So I've been strong arming several of my fencing buddies to play with me. TBD how many of them actually will, but at least one of my buddies I'm forcing to DM. He's fully on board. And then he has two roommates who both really like TTRPGs, one of which is one of my fencing buddies as well. And they both are pretty heavily interested, I think. They're both about it. And then I have one and two other fencing buddies that I'm trying to force into playing with me. One of which is a really good, really fun role player who likes the World of Darkness games, and so he should be pretty good. But yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. All right, so this is like the little map. So the concept, the reason why it's called Invisible Sun, the concept is like if you're familiar with TTRPGs or a lot of fantasy settings, you'll be familiar with the concept of planes, right? And how there's different planes. Like also if you watch like Stranger Things, right? You're familiar with the Upside Down, right? How there's like the regular world and the Upside Down world, right? Which is, comes from D&D, right? In D&D, it's called the astral plane, which is like the inverse of the material plane, which is where we live, right? So most fantasy settings had this concept of planes because it harkens back to the medieval idea of the cosmos. So like back in like medieval times when they were studying things, they were trying to figure out how the cosmos worked. Instead of having this concept, they didn't have this concept of planets that orbit a sun, right? Because they were very geocentric. They thought everything revolved around the Earth. God created the Earth, the Earth was flat, stuff like that. And so because they thought the Earth was flat and was at the center, they thought that all the other things that impossibility, like all the realms of heaven and hell and whatever else you might think of, were like other flat planes that either sat next to the flat Earth or were stacked on top of and below. And so that's where this concept of planes comes from. And that's why a lot of times as they're flat, a lot of times they'll have an underside, like the Upside Down in Stranger Things or the astral plane in D&D. So this game takes that concept and tweaks it slightly. So Invisible Sun, one of the reasons why it's called Invisible Sun is because there is what they call the procession of suns, which is basically each of these suns cast, you can think of it as like a magical light. Like each of these suns is casting a magical light out, right? And where that light hits is like a plane, right? So there's a blue sun and it hits where it hits like the flat plane, that's like the blue sun area, right? But there's also the shadow of the blue sun, right, which is on the underside of the blue. So it's like the underside of blue or the shadow side of blue, right? And then there's this procession of the suns that goes down and that you go through, right? In the game, you can move around between them and do different things. And like there's like core things like following the key procession, right? So it starts with the silver sun, which is like the angelic heavenly area. You can see a little picture there. Angelic heavenly area that's focused on stuff like that. And then it has an inverse that I don't, and it's focused on creation. It has an inverse, I believe that's focused on like destruction, right? So since the main silver sun is focused on creation, the upside down of it is focused on destruction, I believe. Don't hold me to that. But not destruction like destruction for wanton's sake. Destruction is part of creation, right? As part of like the natural conclusion of creation. Like everything must come to an end, right? Like a healthy form of destruction, I think, if I recall correctly. Don't hold me to it. Then there's the green sun. The green sun's obviously focused on growth, very verdant. It's very growth focused, right? Very forest and kind of jungle oriented. It's like a big giant jungle with all these crazy animals and things that grow there. And then the reverse side of it is like a cancerous growth. It's like an excessive growth, an unhealthy growth, like cancer style. Then you have the blue sun. The blue sun is like mind and thought. Here it is here. You have mind and thought and stuff like that. And then you have the shadow side of blue or the inverse of blue, which is like, that's where you go to find like people's deep dark secrets. So if somebody has like a deep dark secret that they're trying to hide from you, you can go into like the inverse of blue and like try to find that. But it's like a horror scape of like nightmares, basically, right? Because it's like everybody's like the blue side has like this new sphere of everyone's thoughts, right? And so you can like travel there basically and like try to discover people's thoughts, and that's where like thoughts get collected. And then the inverse of it is like nightmares, right? If I recall correctly. Again, it's been a while. Then there's the indigo sun. The indigo sun is considered like the true sun that lights the actuality. So when you're in the indigo sun, you're in like the actuality, like the regular world. Where you beast around. Yo, what's up, Kills Bells? Doing some unboxing of Invisible Sun. The black cube. And it's like the indigo sun is like the regular normal area you play most of the game. Then there's the inverse of the indigo sun, which is like a bizarre, corrupted, like wasteland, but like demented wasteland kind of thing. Like think like post-apocalyptic but surrealist demons and shit. Like not quite demons, but like just like think of like Underdark kind of, or like like the Upside Down actually in Stranger Things, kind of like the Upside Down in Stranger Things, but not quite as like dark and scary in the conventional sense, more scary in a mental sense. Kind of like being in the setting of a horror movie, right? That'd be the inverse of Indigo. Then there's the Gray Sun, which for the life of me I cannot remember what it is. Now I'm completely blanking on what the Gray Sun is, so we'll skip that. Then there's the Pale Sun, which is the area of death, right? That's where you go after you die. It's also sort of like the astral plane in D&D. Did I confuse astral plane with shadow plane? Yes, I did. Doesn't matter. The Pale Sun is like where everyone goes when they die. So when something dies in the Indigo Sun, it goes to the Pale Sun. Then you have, see, it's about death. It's right there. And there's a picture here, I guess. I guess this is, yeah. Then you have the Red Sun. The Red Sun is all about destruction and like the actual destruction for destruction's sake. So it's like, it's like fiery demons and shit like that. Think like fiery hellscape. And then you have the Gold Sun, which is all about rebirth, change, creation. Everything there is constantly changing and fluctuating. When I played before, I was a Goetic that focused on summoning things from the Gold Sun. And I had like a little pet dog and shit from like the Gold Sun. Well, pet is a loose word. But yeah, and so that together makes it the actuality. So this is really cool. And like, and then there's right up here, there's the Invisible Sun. That's what the game's named after. That's one of the secrets in the game. Because like nobody talks about the Invisible Sun. People talk about how there's like, wait, what is it? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So people talk about how there's 9 suns, but when you actually count the procession, there's only 8. And so like that's one of the big secrets. Is like, what is this 9th sun? What is this invisible sun? And it's like that's one of the secrets you're trying to figure out a lot of the times in this game. And that's why it's called Invisible Sun. I think there's something on the back here. Oh yeah. So here, this is a map of the Indigo Sun area. That's why it says under the Indigo Sun at the top. And it's basically just like the basic map that you play of the area where you play. So you've got all these different things. There's like the ticking forest. So like again, this is very surrealist. So the ticking forest is literally a forest of like clocks. Like it's instead of trees, instead of like a forest of trees, it's like a forest of all grandfather clocks. Like this is wild shit, chat. This is wild shit, guys. Like it's cool stuff. It's cool stuff. Yeah. So these are all the different little areas where you can play in the Indigo Sun, which again is the main area. It's you can only travel. It's the area where you like start, and you can only travel conventionally to different areas under the Indigo Sun. To go anywhere else, you have to like magically plane shift basically, or do something like that. Ooh, here's a little intro sheet. You have summoned the Black Cube. Now behold its treasures. Oh, I should also mention the Black Cube is an item in the game, right? So you can actually summon the Black Cube in the game and open it, and it gives you different treasures. It's really cool how like they tie it into actual in-game stuff. This is a little intro sheet, which is nice. Called out of the dark itself, the Black Cube holds many mysteries and wonders. To absorb it all, there are 9 steps. When you're done, you'll understand why it's important that there's 9 steps. So again, that goes back to that the march of the suns, the path of the suns, right? You have to follow it. So you have to follow through all 9 suns, the whole path. That's what they're referring to. But yeah, so it's got the steps here to get started, and like this is pretty cool because it kind of walks you through unboxing everything and how to get started. I think as a player, yeah, because it says step 1 is open the player's envelope and look through the character sheets, basically, right? Yeah. And it has a character creation handout, and so you can start to build your character. And then 2 walks you through what each of the books is and what's in each of the books. And it's like basically a read order or like where to find different things. And then 3 is the components, 4 is the various cards, 5 is now 5 is now that you understand actually start making character with the different character sheets. 6 is the GM envelope, 7 is punch out the tokens, 8 is all the props, 9 is refers to that secret sealed envelope and says not to open it if you're a player. And it says see you at 0s at the end, which I believe is the bar where the game starts, where the main storyline starts. It starts everybody at this bar and at 0s, I think. But when I joined the group, online, they were already in progress. They had another player drop out, so I joined in. So I haven't actually gotten the start of the game either, which is also something I want to experience. I want to figure out what the deal is with 0s there. So I'll keep this sheet to the side in case I need to refer back to it. This is just a grimoire pad, so this is where you can just write down spells that you know. So it's a whole little It's a whole little like sticky notes, like a tear off. It's a little tear off notebook here of just a bunch of different of these grimoire sheets. Write down the spells you have. Oh, wow, this is gonna be a long unboxing. I forgot how much shit there is in this and how much long I want to talk about things. I'm sorry if my talking is ruining your unboxing experience. For all you pro Invisible Sun players out there that just want to see what it's like to unbox a black cube. Sorry I'm talking and narrating a bunch of random shit about the game that you already know. But here we are. Alright, so this is just the art book, which is pretty cool. So just the art of Invisible Sun, which again senses surrealist tone. Like a very surrealist game. Ooh, fuck. Man, my fingers are so fucking sweaty and sticky. This is not what I want here. Yeah, so we've got just, art. So you get the idea of like the surrealist nature of it. Right. Mr. Thieving Dickhand in here? Maybe. The thing is, the characters in the game are called Vizsla. And Vizsla often do this thing where they modify their bodies. Like you can see her, she's got like actually that's just a dress I guess she's wearing. Oh, here you go. You can see this Vizsla's got like a fish head. That's literally just like a fish. Like it's not like a fish head, like the head of a fish. It's just a whole fucking fish for his head, right? And it's like the Vizsla do a lot of magical body modifications and stuff. Oh, there's someone summoning the black cube actually right there. This Vizsla is summoning the black cube. Got some like vampire-esque looking dudes here. Whoever this creepy dude is. Peeking out of this maze. Oh, this is a type of like race or NPC in the game where they're like a living portal. So they're literally just like a portal to another place that's alive. So they're kind of wild. And yes, this is cool little art book here. Here's that ticking forest, the forest of grandfather clocks and whatnot. Here's this looks like an angel or something from the Silver Sun. Yeah, so pretty cool overall. Cool art book. This is bookmarks. Every Monty Cook game comes with like some cool bookmarks just for the help you use as you're referencing things. Oh, this one, it's a bookmark for each book. And it has the table of contents on it. So you can use it to mark each book and always have the table of contents at your fingertips. That's great. But yeah, this is a cool thing that Monty Cook includes with all of his games. So every Monty Cook game comes with these like cool little bookmarks that also have the references on the side. Like I have one here for Numenera. Like this is the Numenera one, for example, that comes with like his Numenera book. This is the Numenera Destiny one. And it's got the same, references and stuff. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, so we got those. Actually, I guess we'll keep these out and put one of them in each. We have first, we got the key. So the key, I believe, is like the player's handbook effectively. It just is, it's all about character creation. And you'll notice that the books are square shaped, right? They're not like a conventional book shape. They're square, which is so they fit in the black cube well, right? That's why they're square, because they're part of the black cube. But also what I found that's a really cool added bonus is that because of the way that they're square, when you have the PDF and you do two side-by-side pages, oh, these are gorgeous. Finding's a little weak, but the pages are gorgeous. So when you lay out the pages like this in a PDF form, it is like almost perfectly landscape to fit on your monitor, computer monitor. So that's always a nice touch that I enjoyed back when I only had the PDF versions. And since most people, and because it's so expensive to get all the books together, most people are only going to be having the PDF versions, and so it is nice that they lay out that way. I really do like that. I don't know if that was intentional or not on Monty Cook Games' part, but that is a nice touch that I really like and appreciate. Yeah, you can see the Path of the Sun's there. And so this book, the key is just all about, you can see skills and whatnot. So this is all just about building your character. Here you can see Vizsla with different body modifications that they have here. Like you've got this chick who's like, looks like her body is porcelain, has like a hole in it. It just shows like some magic energy. Yeah, the books are all nice. And like this other dude's got like some weird like stork looking head that's also looks like it made out of porcelain. I don't even know. That guy in the back there has tentacle hands, if you can see that. I don't know if that's coming through, but yeah. And so like each character has like different strengths and different like special abilities and things that they do. So it's really neat. I cannot express enough how cool of a game this is. It is just such a cool game. It is really my favorite. I'm sad that it's not more popular, that more people don't play. All right, so now we're just back to the books here. So now we've got The Gate. The Gate is, if I recall, I'm not really sure what The Gate's about. That's why I get this cheat sheet here. If you're okay, The Gate. If you're a player, you'll need to read through the first two chapters. They explain how the game is played. Oh, so this explains like the rules. The Gate, I guess, explains the rules of the game. If you're the game master, read the whole thing. Of particular interest will be the glossary. You've heard of that. So The Gate is just the rules. It's how to play the game. So the key is how to make your character and all the character creation options. The Gate is actual rules for actually playing the game. Right? Got that. Next is probably The Way, which I think. Oh no, next is The Path. I think The Path is the DM's guide. Let's see. Proceed to the path only if you're the GM. Yes. So the path here contains all of the setting and story information for like that base setting I was telling you about. So it's for the DM to follow through and read. So again, I don't want to look at this one too much, but I don't mind flipping through it a little bit because I'm familiar with some of the lore and setting, right? Some of the basic gists. Oh, the night side. That's what it's called. It's not the inverse. It's the night side or the dark side. That's right. I knew I was using the wrong word. Oh, the path. I forgot to put the bookmark in here for it. That's the path. Don't want to look through that one too much right now. That's for my buddy Tom to read. Quick rhyme here on Twitch. He usually pops in the chat a lot. I'm surprised he's not in here right now, actually, because he knows I'm doing this. But he has his own Black Cube unbox right now. He got his own yesterday too, as well yesterday. All right, so now here's The Way. So I think this is the book that has all the magic in it. Should be all the magic spells. Yeah, The Way of Magic. This is basically just a spell book that talks all about the different spells and how the different spells work, how different magic stuff works. Oh, there's Mr. Thieving Dickhand. But he's on the edge of the picture, you can't quite see him. Pretty nice, pretty great. Bookmark in there. Way. All right. Now we go to our drawers. Top drawer first or bottom drawer first? Let's do top drawer first, I guess. Let's push this forward. See the drawer open here. Ooh, I see a big envelope on top. Why are my hands so fucking sweaty? I don't know why it's so hot in my apartment today. It's like cold outside, but for some reason, and I have all the windows open, for some reason it's still hot inside my apartment. All right, so here we have the GM's envelope. So we're not gonna look at that. I'm not sure what's in here. I think the GM's envelope is just various reference tools. So we probably could open it and look at it. I guess we'll take a look. Yeah, so just like the first session, it looks like just a bunch of cheat sheets and info for the GM. Yeah, so it's got some example character sheets, some pre-made character sheets, some basic cheat sheets to running the game, just some general stuff like that. So that's our first. I guess actually we should put all the books back. Yeah, we can put all the books and everything back in the bottom here, and then I'll leave a space. Ah, fuck, if I can pick these up correctly. There we go. Put them back in the way I pulled them out. Oh no! Bookmark slipped out. Oh man, this thing is so cool. All right. Yeah, so we got the GM's envelope there that has all those cheat sheets and whatnot, as I just said. And I don't know what the fuck is in this. What do we got here? So these are a bunch of little cubes. I guess these are just tokens and counters to keep track of things. That's kind of neat. And then what is in here? This is all just foam pieces, I guess. You can pull out. Oh yes, this is the oh yeah, this is the what the fuck is this called again? There's a word for this. This is so cool. The fuck is it called again? Why can't I remember what the fuck it's called? Oh, this is bothering me. This is bothering me. But there's a, I think it's called like the Testa or something like that. But this is like the hand. If you notice, it has 6 fingers, not 5, because it represents like 6 different aspects, I think, of magic. And it's got the invisible sun symbol there. Oh, this is cool. This is actually weighty. This is, I expected this to be plastic, but I think this might actually be metal. And actually, maybe it still is plastic, but it's like a really high quality plastic. But this is nice. Or is this the Testament of Suns? I can't remember. Now it's bothering me. I can't remember that. It's like one of the most critical artifacts in the game. And it's also one of the ones you use. So the game also has like this tarot card style thing that is used to like resolve actions and has abilities. And the tarot cards, I'm assuming we'll get to them later, but they're circular and they fit in this hand. So when you're playing on the table and you flip the tarot card, you put the currently active like card, like tarot card, in the hand, and it sits on the table, right, with the card in it. And all the players know what the active card is, and then what effects that has. The GM describes what effects that has in the game, and then you have to be aware of that. And so it changes how like magic works and stuff sometimes. So it's almost like, you know, the winds of magic changing from like Warhammer and such. Yeah, okay, so that's everything that's in here. Just these cards here. So now I've fucked it all up. Let's just pull all this out, and I'll put this back. I'll put this back. And this back. Oh, I'll get that back in there. Get that back in there. This guy back in here. Wait, how was this in here even? Was it like that? That doesn't look right. It was like that. There we go. I'll put this back on top because I don't know what I want to do with that. I'll probably just end up putting it on my bookshelf here or somewhere out visible. But I'll think about that. I'll think about it. I'll think about where I want to put that. And yeah, so here we have objects of power, objects of power, objects of power. Oh, and objects of power. I'm not sure if they're sorted out into different types. Maybe they are. Ah, yes. It looks like. Oh no, I don't know. So again, Monte Cook's really known for like the new cipher system he has, where like one of the key mechanics. Is this too bright? Washing it out. Yeah, here we go. There we go. One of the key mechanics of the cipher system is what they call ciphers, which is like a lot of times your magic and your abilities is based upon these different transient objects you pick up. And so that's kind of core to a lot of his games, is that like your abilities and skills and what you can do is almost as determined by these various objects that you have as they are by your actual character's abilities. And most times characters, the objects are like limited use or one-time use, and they're kind of random ones you just find. And like there's certain skills in the game that like let you transmute them into other things or like use different ones in more useful ways. And so Invisible Sun isn't part of the cipher system, so it isn't quite that, but it does have this heavy focus on objects of power, which are these different like surrealist objects of power, you know, magical ability or power that you get in the game. They all do different sorts of things, right? So this one is like a splinter gold shirt. It's like a shirt of woven sparkling splinters. The wearer gains 3 bene in interaction to 1 vex in movement, right? So you get basically bonuses to interaction and a penalty to movement. And then it's got prices and stuff, right? This one is like the green second heart, green wooden heart. When activated, here, can I get the camera? Oof, is that too much? There we go. This normally, there we go. When activated, the heart fuses with the character touching it, literally becoming a second heart in their chest. This adds 1 bene to physicality permanently. Thereafter, the character adds +1 to the level of any green spell or other magical effects, and any such effect that character depletes less often. The character cannot have more than 1 second heart. Oh, so that's pretty cool. So you get like a little. It's like when you touch this, fuses and you literally get a second heart that helps you cast green spells. That's so cool, and also like helps you be more survivable because you have 2 hearts. If you get hit in the heart, you have a backup. That's pretty sweet, right? So it's all different like little random artifacts you can collect like that. So that's our top drawer here. All right, what's our second drawer? So we're almost done here, actually, chat, and YouTube and viewers. Now, this has been a while. We've been at this for like an hour now, but we're almost done. It's a pretty cool thing. There's so much shit in it. All right. Here's our second drawer. I'll go ahead and put it up here. All right, so we've got our props envelope is first. If I recall correctly, this is just a bunch of, yeah, these are a bunch of little props, like business cards for different people that you get, different characters get introduced in the game. Like a brochure to welcome you in. This is like the poster for Zeros, right? Restaurant, it has like restaurant menus and brochures and stuff. There's like different little handouts you can hand out. And the early, I think it's really only for the early parts of the campaign, or the story that like can help immerse your players in a new setting. So that's pretty cool because like you can be like, oh, you guys are walking around the city. It's very strange, and you see this poster for Zeros all over the place. It looks like this, and you can hand the poster out to the players to kind of create like a more immersive experience. Maybe like this person walks up and hands you their business card, and it looks like this. Here's their business card, right? So like it just creates some more immersion. It's pretty nice. I think there's also extra props that come in a digital format that you can buy digitally that you can print out yourself. But this is like a little pre-printed envelope of various props for that. Oh, I forgot to put the GM's envelope back in the other drawer. Do that now. Alrighty. Here are the Invisible Sun dice. So Invisible Sun uses D10s, right? Which are dice that go from 0 to 9. Correct? I didn't make that up, right? Yeah, 0 to 9. Oh, these are cool. They're not solid. You can see, they're kind of see-through. Look at that shit. Look at these guys. I think this one's solid. Yeah, this one's just solid black with the blue lettering embossing. But these ones are somewhat see-through. They're like a white and red see-through. That's so fucking cool. I don't know if I can show you this, chat. It's kind of, I don't know if this is really showing it, but yeah, you can see that it's like transparent. It's like white with like this reddish center to it, it looks like. That's really cool. I don't know how that works, but it's like refracting oddly. So like it's casting the whole die. I can't see where the red is. It's somewhere inside of it, but it's refracting around the die in a really cool way. That's pretty neat. Love that. Love that. And like they're all like that, other than the solid black one. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Love the attention to detail here in crafting this game. It's like truly a labor of love, it seems. Pretty fucking sweet. All right. So now it looks like we have more advanced spells. Incantations. So just spell. So unfortunately, my one complaint about this game is that there's no book that indexes all the spells. All the spells are just as cards, which makes it easy if you're playing around a table and you're like, oh, I want this spell. I'll just grab this spell card and like tuck it into my character sheet, right? I'll have like a little character sheet envelope and like tuck in your spell cards. You can sort out through your spells like a deck and like pick out the cards you want. Yes, this is the black cube shade. And then you can pick out like the spells you want and have them on hand and like sort through them at the table. And like if you learn like a random spell, like sometimes you learn random spells, so the DM can hand you a random spell from the deck. So it's neat for that, like physically, but it's really weird that there's not like a dedicated index in the book as well. And so if you have the digital version, you have to scroll through these sheets of cards to try to find spells. It's a nightmare. I don't think it's even searchable. So that's my one complaint about this game, is that's really fucking annoying, actually, to be honest. But it's cool that I actually have the cards now, so I can actually do that. Here's those tarot cards I was talking about before. So they're it's called the Sooth deck, right? That's right. But it's like very tarot-esque. And so each one has like a number, a symbol, and then like a name, right? So this is the Hunter. It's add up to one. It's got number 8 and whatever that symbol is. I can't remember what it is, but like, so each one has like a meaning similar to like tarot cards. And so as you draw them, you put them on the Testament of Suns or whatever. That's also what's used in side scenes. So you actually don't roll any dice in side scenes since it's more narrative focused. The GM will flip over a Sooth deck card, and then that will determine like the success or failure of any action you're trying to take or what happens, right? And so it's not just success, pass or fail. It's similar to like reading somebody's tarot reading, right? It's like, oh, you try to take this action and let's see how that works out for you. Oh, it works well, but with a side effect, or oh, it does this, but whatever, right? So there's like different narrative focused things that happen as a result of it. Is this is the whole shelf, right? Yeah, I don't think there's anything under here, but we'll check that in a minute. Looks like we have more advanced spell cards here. I think I didn't play advanced. I'm not really sure what that's all about. More advanced spell cards. I'm confused. I think Vance. I don't know why they have so many different spell cards. I can't remember. I haven't played one. But they do have a lot of stuff going on with it. These are just question mark tokens. They're the same size as the Sooth deck, so they must be either represent a random Sooth card, or maybe they're for cover. Maybe you can put down and cover it, or maybe it's for the Procession of Suns. Oh, the other thing is you're supposed to put that Procession of Suns out in the game, and the active one is put up on the Testament of the Suns on the hand. And then you put the inactive ones on each sun as you move through the progression. And so over the course of the game, you're supposed to move through the progression of like all 9 suns, I think. And so maybe you put these out first to show which ones you have and haven't done. I don't know. I'm not sure. Because again, we played online, so I'm not sure what these are for. But I'm sure they have a cool purpose. What is this? What is this? This is cool. It is very much like a D&D thing. It's a TTRPG. Oh, this is like a fabric. Oh, this is like a fabric tablecloth of the Procession of Suns. So I guess you could put this one out. I guess this is the one you could put out on the table. You can have the other poster to hang up, I guess. And then this one you put out on the table and put the different cards on it. Or vice versa, I guess. Whichever you want, because you can hang this up kind of tapestry style. It's weird that it's plain white, though. That's wild. I don't know why. I'm not usually the type of person to do this. I usually kind of just take things as they come. But this is giving me a very strong urge to tie-dye it. In like a black and red tie-dye, like all the other Invisible Sun stuff. I don't know why, but I'm just possessed with that very strong urge to do that. Although then it would create a pretty low contrast with the inking on here. You wouldn't really see it then. Maybe that's why it's just white. But still, in any case, very cool. Very cool. Very, very cool. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's a fabric version of the whole map of the actuality. Yeah, Saturnine. Oh, it's not the whole Indigo Sun. It's just Saturnine. So this is the main city. And so it's got all the different districts and stuff. It's fabric. This is pretty sweet. This is going to have to go up my wall, I think, somewhere. Interesting. Love this shit. And it's one-sided too, so you can hang up. This is definitely just designed to be hung up somewhere. Or I guess you could also pass around to your players so they can see where they are. This is so cool. This is so cool. Yes, I do remember that. I do. How do I fold this back up? All right. Oh yeah, dude, this is so exciting. This is so cool. This stuff is it's just so cool. This game and the way it's made and put together. What do we have here? I think these are all spell cards. Oh, so these are more ephemera objects. These are more of those different like objects. Because there's different types of objects, right? There's like the single-use ones and multi-use ones and etc. etc. As I kind of alluded to earlier, the whole cyber system thing. That's what all these are. These are more spell cards, incantations. Spell deck, more ephemera objects. We got here. More spell cards, more spell cards. More spell cards and more spell cards. Because the cool thing about, one of the cool things about Invisible Sun is every character is a spellcaster, so everyone is magic. All of Vizsla are magic, and they all cast spells. And so even if you're more combat focused, you do combat spells. So there's not like in D&D where there's like, oh, the fighter class or the bug class, each one's doing something slightly different. You're all spellcasters, and so you all use magic. It's just a matter of how you choose to use your magic and what magic you're proficient in. So it's just really cool. It's just a really cool concept, really cool game. I think that's it. Oh no, there's more shit. There's more shit under here. All right, what do we got here? Oh wait, here we go. Okay, here's the board. Here's the board that's the path of the suns that you actually put out on the table, I think. Yeah. So here's the one that you actually put out on the table for when you're playing, I think. Yeah, and it tells you what the different symbols mean. The different cards. So you got notions, like that Sooth card, deck card we were looking at before was a notions card. So you got notions, mysteries, secrets, and visions for the different Sooth deck card types. So yes, this is probably the one that you actually put out on the board when you play. And then you put the Testament of Suns on, I think, pretty sure is what it's called. I think I'm remembering that now. It's actually called the Testament of Suns. And so you put the Testament of Suns on the Invisible Sun space. So that's wherever your active card always is. And like the meanings of the cards will change based on which sun they're on. That's pretty cool. And we've got this thing. What is this thing? I have no idea what this is, chat. No idea. Maybe I'm not supposed to know. Maybe it's a secret. These are just some little tokens to use as you're playing the game for various things. I think that's it, chat. I think that's the entirety of the black cube. I think we got all the way through it. That's the last thing. Now, I will say, now that we're at the end here, supposedly, and this is where some of you might be very disappointed, supposedly there are more secrets hidden in the black cube itself. So this actual physical cardboard structure here that has the drawers and everything, supposedly, if you take it apart, there are more things hidden in it. But I'm not going to do that today, I don't think. I'm going to take a quick look around. Yeah, I don't really see... Look through things real quick to make sure I'm not missing anything obvious. But I don't want to take things apart right now. I have a feeling it's probably in this panel over here. Maybe if you take that off, I don't know. But yeah, but I've heard that yes, if you take it, physically take it apart, there is stuff hidden inside. But I'm not going to do that here in the stream, in this unboxing video. So if that's what you tuned in for, I'm sorry. Because now I want to look up an unboxing video of somebody else who tears theirs apart. So I don't want to tear mine apart, right? Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. So we'll see. If I ever do find it, I'll make another video and I'll link it here. And also, it might not be true. I don't know. I only heard that from a dude who owned one. Like the DM of the game I was playing online, he said that there was one in there. They didn't really say where it was. So I don't know if I fully believe him or not. So I'm not going to try right now. But if anybody knows, let me know. And we'll look for it. And I can always make an addendum to this video. I could always edit the video later. Or just add an addendum with a link to the video of me opening that aspect as well. But yeah, that's the full Black Cube unboxing. So yeah, so really cool game. Thank you, Monty Cook and the whole Monty Cook Games team for making this and putting out such a great product. Super fun. I do also wish that components were available individually, that there was a book sheet of the spells. But still, it's still really cool, really great experience, and I'm glad that I could film it like this and stream it, so that people who maybe can't afford it or just don't have the time or the friend group to really devote to like buying and opening one of these and having one of these can still experience it if you're a fan of the game like I am. Because also, I don't know if you can buy them still again, because like they did the second print run that I got in on, but I don't know if they sold them all out or not for the print run. I don't know if they're still in stock or not places. But it's possible you can't buy them again. So I'm really glad that I was able to share this with you. And so thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to leave comments below in the YouTube video. Also follow me on Twitch to see more live streams. I hope to be doing more things like this. Hopefully putting out more Invisible Sun focused content going forward. So just keep a lookout for me. If you subscribe, updates here. There's also a link to my Twitch up in my bio here on YouTube. And then from Twitch, you can find my various different profiles, my Discord, my Twitter, and Instagram, etc. So you can get in touch with me if you want. If you have suggestions for Invisible Sun content or things you'd like to see or anything I didn't cover in this video or any corrections you want, just let me know. Just reach out. I'm very responsive, and I'm happy to be here for the community and make this content. So thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed.